Hey guys, we're back. Greg, you're here. This isn't Ryan Ray. This is Greg. He's a cat. Nate Holmes suddenly became very American. Is the easiest way to do this.
Shit.
So,
That man has the most beautiful voice I've ever heard, with the
Really?
exception of yourself, dude.
I was gonna say I get a lot of compliments, but so this is Greg Fulton. He is in game lax goalie. I don't know your numbers. Your lax goalie.
1829.
1829. So just introduce. We had Nate had to leave for a little bit, guys. And so Greg's gonna stand in, and then I believe we're having Jebro come in after that. So Greg is first time casting. This will be exciting. Dude, I'm giving you the replay code in your private messages on Discord. So
Alrighty.
type that into your search bar, and then we will cast ourselves a game in a... Actually, no, let's get a different replay. We'll talk about that in a little second. But a little bit about Greg. I found him on the Facebook group. I roped him into this and then said, here, take this and do this all. So Greg is the Narender of the PCL Arcade right now. You guys want 25 versus 4. I will... Okay, we'll try and make a personal request because people want to do 25 versus 4. I do need a replay code from someone. What games are going on right now? What games are going on right now?
I would have loved to have caught Taboo and Jake Sims. I thought
Are they in game together at the moment?
they are.
Okay, that's the game I was looking for. That's the one I want. So let's get that out of the way. But they're just... Yeah, here they are. Here they are. I got it. We got it. This is the one I thought we were going to play. That we were going to replay. But... Here you go, Greg. So
Thanks, dude.
yeah, so just organizing clerical issues in the background, guys. This is a very pickup sort of thing. Not last minute. We've been organizing this for a little while, but not the usual people doing it. So we're trying to organize everything all at the same time. I thank you and I appreciate everyone for bearing with us in these trying times of organizing 31 teams.
I tell you, micromanaging 100.
Was that sock cap in the background?
No. He's at work, dude.
Oh, is he? Because someone in the Discord is playing under the name Sockcat.
Oh yeah, that's his buddy Lust. He's on his PC right now, so
Oh, there you
playing
go.
under the name of Sockcap.
Playing under the name of Sockcat. Imposter. What a guy. All right, so are you in replay?
I am live.
You are live. So I want you, if you can do me the wonderful favor of getting to 5 seconds of in-game time. The first 5 seconds of the match are the important ones. Not discrediting the other whatever it is, but these are the good ones. All right, so I am at 5 seconds.
Yep.
You are too? Okay, so we are going to have Greg and Greg the Cat and his very first casting game ever in 3, 2, 1. And Greg, you may play the game.
Alrighty. Let's go here.
Yeah, so we're going to introduce the teams, and how we usually do this is I introduce one team, you introduce the other. So I will introduce Jake Sims' team. On the left side of the teams, we have Benny the Bull is going to be on Aurora. We have Gar09 on Sparrow. Kinky Ramirez still in base on Rampage. Jake Sim bringing out the Halloween Bellica skin. And Valiard is going to be Kwong. So you may introduce the other team. I believe I'm also a few seconds ahead of you. I'm at 40. Where are you?
Well, that's a good question because you were much further ahead than I was. So why don't you go ahead and introduce the second team while I get caught up here.
Okay, so go to a minute, and I'll just fast forward. So the teams are going to be Shiny, Taboo, Paragon Warlord, Decker X2, and Will I Am. I'm at a minute. There you go.
Alrighty.
And now minute 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're on time?
Yep.
Cool, got it. Okay, we're all underway. Everything's cool, up to speed. And Patriot, what event is this? This is the PCL A, so PCL Arcade. is what we're calling this one. Hold on, Ryan. I need to make you a mod. How do I mod? Add, remove this user as a mod. Bam. Yeah, PCL Arcade is a tournament event, Patriot. For anyone else who's wondering what the PCL Arcade is, it's a community event where the competitive teams from the regular PCLs are not allowed joining. So this is the tournament you want to join if you want your practice with your teams, if you want, you know, to get in, have fun, pickups without having to worry about oxygen steamrolling you, sort of thing, or reborn steamrolling you. That's the way you do it. So yeah, as we're starting it off, Greg, basically what I'm going to get you to do is you're going to look at builds when a team fight happens. You just comment on how you think the fight goes, where you want to see the team to go, the next moves they could make. Just comment on how the fight went. I'll do the play-by-play. So when I'm done talking, that's when you can start talking. I just usually don't shut up, so things go easier for you, right?
That's okay.
Yeah, so it all works out. As far as starting items are concerned, Greg, could you give me a quick rundown on those?
So it looks like Quang is starting off with the Executioner's Scythe, which seems to be a pretty typical starting item. And that would be the Veil Yard. Benny the Bull on the Auroras, starting with Health Potion, Mana Potion, and Strike Token. We have Garo9 on the Sparrow. He's starting with a Health Potion and two Power Tokens.
Ooh, Taboo and Shiny. Picking up a nice double kill at the start.
Yeah, we have Jake Sims at the mid lane, starting with the Healer Token and the Health Potion. And Kiki Ramirez playing Rampage with the Health Potion and Healer Token.
Getting that one up.
What seems to be the off lane.
He just picked up a mana pot too, so that should help him out a little bit. But Shiny and Taboo are just wailing on that tower. So this will be pretty interesting to see if the tower goes down in the next minute or so. The next minion wave should really do it in and get that thing knocked down. What I'm excited to see, I think these are going to be two of the stronger teams in our tournament. So having, you know, Shiny, Taboo, you're going to see the majority of your high elo players that are in the tournament in this game right here. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one goes through. Of course, Jake Sim used to be on Carbon NA, and he was on Arctic Wolves as well for a little while. He decided to recently leave his team, and then I believe Taboo and Shiny haven't been on a competitive team yet. However, they are still some fairly strong players as far as, you know, solo queue is concerned. So kind of interesting to see where this one goes through.
I believe this is round 2 in the bracket too, so one of these teams is going home today.
Yeah, it is a best of one tournament, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So I was expecting these guys to play a little later than we had, but you know, I'm okay with getting these
random
in early.
seeding is random.
Random seeding is random.
Yeah.
The games that we've witnessed seem to be relatively balanced so far. I'm not too sure how they've gone. You know, people have signed up with friends, people have signed up single signups. So Greg, with my help, decided to, you know, balance this out to the best of his ability, best of our ability.
Yeah, we tried to shoot for around 1,500 elo average. Obviously, some of those teams couldn't hit that mark, but they should be pretty close.
How did you have fun doing all that work?
You know, personally, I enjoy that kind of work. Some people don't like it, and I'm just weird, man. So, I enjoy it. You know, I don't know what to say.
You do this for an actual living as well, right? So I actually had a lot of fun doing it for the most part.
Yeah.
Organizing people and getting things going. I do enjoy that. Taboo coming in the left lane. He's going to try and get a landmine under the Sparrow. Does manage to get it off. The turret will not focus, however. Decker is there to get the slow on the Muriel. Taboo using the R2000 rocket to blow him up, and that's going to be a killing spree. Taboo now sitting at 3 kills, and he's the support. I think he's the support. Yeah, he is. Support now 3-0. It's always fucking that. Ooh, language. Sorry, my apologies. I didn't say that. Always interesting seeing your
Esports.
sport pop up. Esports. We are a professional organization. We don't use foul language.
That's right.
Not heard of. River buffs are spawning right now. Nothing. See how these rotations are. They're gonna be up in about 20 seconds. It'll be interesting to see how the teams prioritize those. Shiny's on the gold buff. Pretty early on. So Greg, what do you do? Like, what lanes do you play? What characters do you play? Like,
I'm an ADC main. Recently reached Diamond here not too long ago, and gotten a few games past that. So I'm sitting around the 1760 mark.
are you already that close to me?
Yeah, dude.
Oh man.
Nipping at them heels.
I've been like, what were you saying?
I don't always solo queue. I do
Always or ever?
No, I don't always. I do solo queue every now and again, but for the most part, I stack with my buddy Sockcap,
Yeah.
who usually plays support when we duo queue, and he jungles as well.
So for the few people in chat who are wondering what this tournament was, this tournament is run and organized by a chunk of the PCL team, which would be myself, Ryan Red, and a couple of the admins over there. Also admin for a Facebook group called Paragon MOBA. Now, we decided to help organize an event over there, and then we affiliated, because since we do both, the PCL is now affiliated with the Paragon MOBA. So the events we run through Paragon MOBA are also going to be community events for the PCL, hence PCL Arcade. And they're more focused towards community, so the higher elo players will not be a part of them. Taboo picking up yet another kill on Vailyard. That support Howitzer doing a lot of work right now. Oof.
Taboo's an amazing howitzer mid. It's a lot of fun watching him play.
Do you play against him often?
I do, yeah. I sometimes I even stack with him and Shiny.
Oh no! Am I seeing two drones the same color right now? I saw that, right? I wasn't alone in that one.
Gotta love that.
Is that even possible, or is that a glitch? No, that's a glitch. The drone is legit, just stuck there right now. Just forever. The replay codes today are not very agreeable. Okay. Course 4-0 at the moment. We have Gar and Benny over in the right lane trying to help out. Jakeson being picked up by Paragon Warlord in the mid lane. Not going to be too happy about that one at the time. I'm kind of curious to see how this game plays out. To see if we get any more action going on. It would be nice to see. Definitely. Taboo going over in the left lane right now as he goes to engage on the Sparrow, but will back off as Sparrow starts chunking him down a little bit using that passive. Benny going in to do what he can, but it won't be enough. Muriel coming in to get that Alacrity Orb in to speed up the Howitzer, who's now sitting in the left lane, leaving his ADC to farm. Funny thing, actually, Orange Team's ADC is Shiny, and Shiny had surgery on his shoulder the other day.
So he's playing in a sling.
He's playing in a sling with one hand, essentially. Like he's got two hands still,
And
like,
a controller.
and a controller. So he's completely out of his element. Will he be able to get the snipe off? No, he will miss it. Controllers, man. Well, actually, arm slings. Let's not, you know, dodge the controller crowd.
No,
So
of
much.
course not.
I want to
But
see.
I mean, it is a pretty big change going from a keyboard and mouse to a controller.
especially when you have one hand.
Yeah.
Will.i.am is rotating around the back, running right into Grux. He's going to get cornered in body block as the team's trying to rotate onto him. There is the Belka drone. Will.i.am could be the very first death on the orange team, and he will go down to Kinky Ramirez. Ooh, boy. Not in the right place at the right time.
Just a little bit overextended.
River buffs are spawning right now. We are seeing a black and a purple, with Taboo picking up the black buff, so that could be a lot of work done. He got
his
surgery a
eyes
few
on that
days ago.
mid lane.
We weren't lying about that AR7. We said he got surgery on his shoulder. He's in a sling. He has one hand. Lost in the background.
Yeah.
Is he in? He's in the tournament, isn't he?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's playing at the moment.
Oh boy.
They won their first game.
I want to see Scott Hanna. He's one of our Paragon MOBA members. I believe he's Scottish. I don't want to like say the wrong nationality here, but I believe he's Scottish, and he always posts clips of him playing the game, just screaming at the enemy team. They can't hear him.
Right.
But with how loud he's screaming, they just might. Oh, that could be bad news as Jake Sim gets picked off by the sticky bomb by Gadget. Kiki Ramirez now diving in, and they're landing a rock and taboo, but that's not going to do anything major. Over in the left lane right now, we have an engagement as Gar picks up a kill on Decker X2. Score now 6-2. Still in favor of the orange team, Shiny and Taboo's team, but the blue team is not, you know, out of the game just yet. They're starting to come up and pick up a few kills. Greg, how are we looking at builds, my friend?
Builds are looking pretty good right now. Decker ×2 on Muriel has already picked up her purity sensor.
Mm-hmm.
The support for blue team is... Who was the support for the blue team?
Blue team support, I believe,
the beginning part.
it's the Aurora.
Okay. So she's running more of an aggressive build and less a lot less utility.
A lot less of a support.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there anything in those builds that you kind of seem noteworthy or noticeable compared to the team? Because teams are actually still, like, even though it's 6-2, the CP advantage still
you know the CP advantage is very close. So no one's like really getting ahead of another, except for maybe in the mid lane. You know, Taboo sitting at 18 CP, whereas opposed to Jake Sim sitting at 14. So Jake is struggling a little bit.
I'm surprised with how much work Taboo is actually doing this game. It's definitely interesting to see. We see Shiny rotating over to the left lane now. He's going to be hanging out with the Muriel. I think that's going to give Taboo a chance to get that solo farm up in there.
Just further that lead.
Further that lead. Do you think they're going to give the Raptors to Taboo too?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think they're probably going to give it to Shiny.
Yeah, because that's the question. Is after a while, oh, Taboo's rotating around back. Sneaky Howitzer going in for the gank. There's the slow on Gar. Bane of the Bull doing what he can, using the Hoarfrost to zone out the Howitzer. Gar is going around towards the gold buff. Team is rotating. Taboo gets Muriel ulted, and they will actually get a kill onto Gar. But Jake Sim, tired of Taboo, is going to disrupt him neurally right to the dome and pick up a kill. That's going to be a nice fat CP gain for Bellica in the mid lane. Jake Sim probably pretty proud of himself after that one.
That was Taboo's first death, sitting at 5-1 right now.
So he's going to be... That's a big bounty to give up, to be honest.
It is.
They said diamond players not allowed. We didn't say diamond players not allowed. We said no one in the comp not allowed. No one in the comp scene's not allowed. So anyone over 1900 Nagora was... it was in the rules to be not in the tournaments. Jake Sim and Taboo do not meet that requirement. They are under that. Well, they meet the requirement of being under 1900. And we paired them up with people who are more newer to the game, not as experienced, to help balance those teams out. So, for example, Jake's team is a diamond, a plat, diamond, 3 plats, and then I believe a gold. Taboo's team is a plat, a diamond, a gold, and a silver. Taboo's winning, even though technically in the team, on paper, the advantage would go to Jake Sim's team. So really it goes down to how well can Jake organize his team. Is he a shot caller? Is he not a shot caller? That really is it. And that little drone in the corner is really bugging me. But yeah, so like we said, Diamonds still are allowed to join their tournament because you know, they might not get the chance to play in the comp scene, play against Carbon and A as easily. And if you're wondering why we have 3 plats, we had to reconsolidate some of the teams. Not everyone showed up on some of the teams. Yeah, it was initially a bronze, gold, silver, plat, and Jake, but we put the teams together to the best of our abilities. Also, the 2 plats on Jake's team are a little lower elos. They're brand new into plat, so if you're low plat, it's like being a high gold, essentially. Kinky throwing out a big rock will miss all 3 and getting the staircase instead of his targets. River buff spawning now as we are approaching the 17-minute mark in the game. Raptors have not been taken. That's going to be a black buff for Taboo as Valiard runs right into him. He's going to go for the sword throw. He does land it. Will he follow up is the question. No, he doesn't. Going to be very safe with that black buff.
That's a dangerous thing to go into, is that black buff. He's got the shield, but even still, that black buff will tear right through it.
Oh, Taboo gets ulted by the Aura, frozen in the midair as he gets his ultimate off. Team is running around him and swarming him. There will be the Bellic ult coming out as Valiard picks up the kill onto that one. Be interesting. I really want to see these teams go at it more. Jake Sim dropping the drone off in the left lane, getting a nice knockup with that fancy new Bellica ability. Benny the Bull chasing down Decrex too. There is the dash in. Hoarfrost will be missed. Team cannot follow up as they're all out of mana after the last team fight, picking up Taboo yet again. They will, however, get the tier 1. Greg, my mouth is tired.
Sorry, dude.
You're quiet, chap. I understand.
I am.
A long day today. Will.i.am gets hit in the head by the rock. Bit of a BM rock from long range.
So as we were talking about Jake Sims being pretty far behind, he's actually caught up with Taboo. He's 1 CP behind him now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Ooh. This is getting interesting. Over in the other lane, we are seeing Shiny pick up a kill on to Valiard. Kwang's going down. Kinky Ramirez is in the jungle, beaten down that Muriel, but he's going to back off as the team begins to rotate onto that one. So they will not get the Muriel. However, Kwang's good enough. Oh, they will not get Rampage. They will get the Kwang. Riverbuffs are...
Another thing to note is that Jake has picked up a teleblink, so we can expect some pretty flashy plays from him initiating with that teleblink.
Taboo sitting on a purple buff right now, and Jake Sim is just using that teleblink to get closer to that buff and picking up his own purple, negating each other out of the map. In the left right now, Benny the Bull doing a good job of just beating on the Decker once again using the Hoarfrost. He's going to jump in a little closer. I want to know if he can get
him.
Nope. He will get away safely. Kinky Ramirez going for the 3-pointer from across the map. Will not be able to get the hit, though. That probably would have been kill if that Rampage rock hit. Kwang in the jungle right now, clearing things out as the blue team does push down onto the mid lane. They do have 1 tier 1 down. Oh, Paragon Warlord using the gadget ultimate to try and clear everything out. And he will clear the wave out and back. So the orange team is missing 1 turret right now, giving blue team a bit, well, both teams have offlane turrets down, so really that's nothing too crazy. I think there's going to be a lot of farming going on. I'm kind of curious. When do you think the game's going to kind of like pick up a little more? Because it's been a bit back and forth. Taboo has been kind of, you know, helping the team out.
I think if you look at this ward coverage right now, Orange team does have the Raptors covered, but both teams warding fairly defensively. So it's going to be hard to tell when things pop off. You know, there's not a whole lot of vision going both ways of the team, other than from pretty much just the rivers.
And I want to see, I think the Raptor fight, no one wants to commit for the Raptors just yet because that could be the swing of the game.
Right.
The game is pretty close for both teams right now, despite the kill advantage. However, if you lose that Raptor fight, that is going to be like nail in the coffin, really starting to swing things in one team's favor, which I don't think anyone wants to commit to at this time.
Shiny was over there doing gold buff, and the Sparrow tried a cheeky play to snipe the gold buff from him, but he ended up missing.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Taboo went in for a gank just there too. Ended up just going for a bit of a lap. Just taking a nice walk through the woods sort of thing. He's going back into mid lane. Can he get the landmine off on Bellica? No, back will happen. Jake is in no longer in trouble. Nice and safe in Fountain right now. None are live. Yeah, the games are live, but that is 3 minutes behind at best. So some teams are finishing before our games finish, which is why you see Jake in chat right now. However, no spoilers. No spoilers. That ruins everything. Not allowed. Decker X2 and Kinky Ramirez are in the left lane right now, just trying to farm away. If I was at Rampage, actually no, that would be bad. I thought Grux was blue. He's not blue. He's orange. All the games probably could be played today because every team that gets knocked out is going to be less teams played. So every round there's half, like we're losing half the teams, right? How many rounds do you think we're gonna have today in total?
I think there's maybe 4 or 5 rounds.
Oh, so we should be done relatively sooner than later.
Yeah, matches are moving pretty smoothly. Let's watch Taboo go on Jake Sims here.
Into the mid lane where he will be pushed off. Jake Sim now running away from the team. Muriel joining into the team fight as Sparrow comes in using her ultimate to help the team get away. There is Valiar dropping the sword. Will not ult in. He had no mana. He's out of mana oh no. That's
and
so
Taboo's ult was down and low mana.
So unfortunate. However, he went into that would have been like...
Yeah.
That would have been bad. Okay, so we are seeing the team start to rotate now. No one has died in that fight. Everyone just used their own abilities. Ended up not getting
I feel like no one has died in the past couple minutes, you know? They're all just...
roaming around trying to farm. The score hasn't changed, that's for sure. It's been 8 to 4 for a long time now. Gold buff spawns right now over in the right lane. Shiny and Taboo going over there. Muriel just still farming away, says offlane Muriel does. Was that a Tarzan call? What was going on over there, Greg?
I have no idea.
No? Alright. Kinky Ramirez clearing out the wards. Hold on. I need to go back 10 seconds to see if this fixes anything. So I'm at 24:03. I paused it.
Yeah,
I'm going back 10 seconds now. Boop. There. That should fix my replay issues for now. Hooray.
Alrighty.
We got it all underway. I want to see... When do you think people are going to go for those Raptors? Like, if you can give me a rough time estimate with where the game's going out.
Well, let's take a look at items here. Shiny's at... Well, my UI might be bugged now. Showing him at 34 CP with only 19 spent.
So Shiny hasn't backed in that long?
Oh my gosh.
Shiny has like 20 cards to spend.
Shiny, please. Please. If that's the case, then I'd like to see Blue Team take it here shortly. That's Shiny really needs to back.
Shiny, how? I'm bad at math, but that's at least 10 card points, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do that. I need a calculator. Where's my calculator? Nothing crazy is gonna happen for the next little while. And as soon as I say that, I'm watching the people. Yeah, there's an engagement going on in the mid lane as Taboo just picked up purple buff. But I am quickly busting out a calculator. Look at that, double purple for the orange team right now. 19 minus 34. I'm bad at math. That is 15. Yeah, he's got 15 points to spend and hasn't backed yet. He's finally backing. What are you gonna buy the entire deck? Man,
I'd love to see them get a double pick here and then go straight for Raptors. That's what I want to see. Of course, there's not a whole lot Taboo can do with that purple as he needs to push back out left lane.
Unfortunately, won't be able to actually utilize it because he's been doing a good job ganking very effectively.
I think he's a little afraid to do so now. He was dominating the early game and then he started getting killed. There right around the 20 minute, well, 15-minute mark.
He probably got really confident.
There's 2 quick deaths and woke up a little bit.
I can't do this anymore. Not
Right.
allowed. Grux is, instead of rotating to the tower, opted to clear the wards out. Probably not a bad idea. However, I feel like if they engaged on that, they could have actually maybe picked up the double kill. Over in the mid lane, Bellica has to blink right out. How is she using the landmine to try and knock him back? Instead, we'll knock him sideways into the wall. Bellica lives for another day. A nice big rock from Kiki Ramirez off the top rope of the jump pad in the mid lane. Will actually hit Paragon Warlord. Teams are starting to rotate now. We could see that team fight we're looking to happen right here as the teams are beginning to play ARAM. Here's the ARAM. Oh.
That's 2 good rocks from Kiki Ramirez.
Mm-hmm. He's been pretty on point with those for the most part. Not afraid to throw them and you know, try and gauge where they're gonna land.
He's got another one.
There's a third one. Taboo is now in a little bit of trouble as the team backs up. will.i.am goes for the smash and grab, just shy of actually landing it. We do have Benny the Bull with Aurora on the top of the map. So what we're seeing is both the Kwang, the Rampage, and the Aurora trying to get something off. This is the opportunity for Benny to go in and get the Aurora ult off as soon as the Tainter decides. There is the engagement from the Rampage. Jake Sim blinking in as well. There's the ultimate from Aurora, getting 2, and that's going to be a big pickup. Taboo need the Muriel, will not be there in time. Decker now in a little bit of trouble as tier 1 goes down, and there is the knock-up. However, that is going to still be 2 for nothing and a tower in favor of Jake Sim's team. Benny the Bull going in, using the Ice Clone to tank the tower as the team begins to wail on their tier 2. will.i.am getting a very nice smash and grab onto the Rampage. However, he gets stuck in the Hoarfrost, rocked by the Rampage, and he's going to go down to the Sparrow's Pierce Shot at the very last second to finish off the kill. Tier 2s are going down. They're going to engage onto the mid lane. This could very well be the inhibitor if they decide to go in any further. However, Shiny and Decker will pick up a kill onto the Kwang, and that will dissuade the team from engaging any further as the man in the sling is trying to just completely 1v4 the enemy team with a little help from his friend Muriel. Oh, man.
Still no Raptors, huh?
Still no Raptors. That was still a really big pickup for blue team, though.
It was.
They got a whole lot off on that one in the right lane, and over in the right lane right now, Gar is clearing out his wards. The way the game's going, could see this end a little sooner because we are seeing Jake Sim's team start to take more of an advantage and start to play a lot more aggressively. But at the start of the game, they were more passive. You know, Taboo was kind of doing what they wanted, but now they're starting to show confidence.
Jake Sims is starting to take off a little bit. He's ahead of both Taboo and Paragon Warlord, the Howitzer and the Gadget.
Yeah, and that's what I like to see. I'm not too sure about the decision to put Taboo in the support lane, because if he wasn't the support, he'd probably be much further ahead than he is now. However, he also probably wouldn't be able to roam to the extent that he did. So that really is a design decision. Captain Beast, my teeth are yellow. I smell like poo. You guessed it. I'm from EU. I like it. After seeing all the NA one, all the little chirps at NA, I like seeing one to chirp the EU kids for once. Change of pace. I'm also, after casting the PCS for so long, seeing everyone make fun of the NA kids, and I was like, I'm right here, man. I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad.
Is that a thing for the Paragon community?
It's not even the Paragon community. It's just like
MOBA community in general. Yeah.
In general, everyone likes to make fun of each other. The EU calls NA slow and dim-witted, slow, fat, and dim-witted, and NA doesn't usually have a comeback because apparently we're slow, fat, and dim-witted. Oh. So now that we have the tier 2 down, looking at builds and card points right now, Gar picks up a Silent Indignation. So that's going to be his lifesteal card and getting a little bit of extra attack speed out of that one. As you see Jake Sim teleblink away as fast as he can before that sticky bomb goes off. Still no Raptors at 31 minutes into the game. Very, very unusual. Jake Sim now running in, trying to get the blue buff. He will secure it away from the Muriel. And they are going to rotate into the mid lane. Jake's going to blink in once again, utilizing it. He's going for the other buff. Picks up the black buff. We now have a double buff Belica going on. Orange team starting to group up to the best of their ability. We might see a fight as Villiard is kind of overextended right now. He's going to walk off just in time. Very passive game.
So how do you feel about this this Sparrow build with the Silent Indignation, the Spear of the Rift Hunter, Guardian's Ward, Whirling Wand, and Feral Stone?
Oh, he's going for the Feral Stone.
Yeah,
That's an interesting way of doing it. Usually when I see Sparrows, I use the Sword of the Altar as my crit card. That's my lifesteal.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
With that being said, it's not a bad build. He's got a pretty decent build in there. He's got his Blink Charm. He's got an extra attack speed on Silent Indignation, a little bit of crit, and the crit's online too. I'd say normally he could use more attack speed, but that's in the Feral Stone. So he's got 22 attack speed on the Feral Stone. He's got the Whirling Wand with another 16.5 points of attack speed, and then his Silent Indignation's giving him another 30. So he's hitting at about like 100 attack speed there alone, plus with Sparrow's recent buff, right?
Right.
We are seeing teams go again once again into the mid lane. Jake Sim using his Seismic Assault to knock the minion wave off and clear it out just a little bit. Buffs are spawning once again. However, the teams are very scared to pick fights right now.
They are. I'm pretty surprised. It seems like the blue team has come back a little bit, and they dominated that last team fight. So I'd like to see them get a little bit more aggressive. Maybe even go for those elusive raptors.
You're like, it's probably it's eating at you, isn't it? Like
it is. It's so bad. I love raptors.
Yeah,
it's a great place to get CP, and it's a great place to farm enemy heroes when they rotate in.
Yeah, we are seeing multiple drones. The replays have been pretty bugged out today. There's actually 2 drones in the mid lane right now for me. I don't know about you.
I have one, but it's completely invisible.
Yeah, I got 2 that are invisible. It's showing the gradient.
Yep, there goes the second one.
Teams are engaging right now. There is Taboo knocking Gar back, but he will Blink Charm away to safety. As Aurora's in a little bit of trouble, does not manage to get hit by the very last tick of that Howitzer ultimate. Into the Bull getting caught in the Tesla Dome by Gadget. Kiki Ramirez now jumping in onto Shiny. Does he have the rock? There's a Muriel ult. He will miss the rock anyway. And that will not be the engage. Kinky's trying to pick up whatever he can at this point. There's a lot of blinks going off right now. Taboo is in trouble. He gets hit by the Seismic Assault, and then Belica will grab the Void Bomb down, but it won't be enough, as Gar will pick up the kill. Gar's also going to pick up yet another kill. Look at that attack speed come out on that ultimate!
That Silent Indignation, dude. That's good stuff.
I can hear Jake just blinking around the map like a madman. Every 15 seconds, just blink, don't need mana, blink, don't need mana. This is how I travel now. This is how we move. I think if the team committed, though, this is going to be a hard turret to take. They have Paragon Warlord up. Very, very low health going down. Now, Benny's trying to get in there, but does not respect the Murdoch, who's going to use the Shotgun Blast to knock him off. Gar's in a bit of trouble now as Shiny chases him down. Will get the kill. Grux hovering around him. I think Grux could have done something there. If Grux went in for the smash and grab,
he's sitting at full health, full mana, and you just rush in there real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Set up some more kills for your carry.
Oh, right. Red buff is being picked up and denied from the orange team, as blue is going to ward the Orb Prawn right now, so they might look to set that one up very shortly once their teammates spawn. Or once they get the chance to. Disorienting with blue and orange every time it changes on the map. left and right, right and left.
Shiny's grabbing gold buff here.
So he probably
My-
got to
my
farm
only-
with that one.
My only hopes would be, Raptors. but that right lane is pushing mighty hard.
No, he's gonna hover that one a little bit. Shiny's actually playing very well.
He is.
For being in a sling. Hasn't died yet. 3 kills, 5 assists. Oh, I think they might be taking them. You might be getting what you wanted.
Oh boy.
They are jumping off him though. Oh
And
man.
my dreams immediately dashed.
Benny's going to use his dash to completely get out of the area. Taboo now helping clear out wards in his own jungle. Teams like this is one of those games where teams are scared to fight until they hit 60. Like no one's really doing anything. These games drive me up the wall.
They do.
Because nothing happens. You're like, why aren't we doing something? We could be taking advantage. You could do more than farm. And there's just so much farming happening from both teams right now. I think it's because the Taboo, Shiny, and Jake are probably respecting each other and the skill of each other. And making sure their team doesn't like overestimate or underestimate the capabilities of their opponents. So they're probably trying to play very safe off that alone. Like every time they get near each other, both teams just walk off. You know what it's like? It's like seeing 2 dogs on each side of a fence bark at each other.
Right.
And then when the fence opens, they just like, oh no, we're done here.
Here's a little bit overextended.
A little is an understatement. He gets slowed.
Well, he is Rampage, so he can just Superman jump away.
That is very true. They are playing MOBA Paragon, whereas usually we just see early doors. That is true, Jebro. We're actually seeing it played like a MOBA for the first time in probably like 3 or 4 months.
A lot of poking and prodding, but
As far as builds are concerned,
builds are looking mighty good. Jake Sims,
sitting at 52.
he's got almost a 10-point card advantage over Gadget and Howitzer. And Shiny, however, is sitting at 60 CP, full build,
So
with 49 points spent. But that seems to be a typical for Shiny this game.
well, he's not really mechanically sound.
Right.
In his current situation, right?
Right.
Isn't that Aurora farmed? Aurora only has 34 CS. She's at level 10 while everyone else in the game is... Oh no. We didn't even notice that.
That
That's a
was
sneaky
mighty
Brian.
quick.
That was like a blink. Jake Sim's gonna grab the green buff. He also has a black buff and Orb Prime. I want to see them do something with it. Engage. Give me the good stuff. I can't wait anymore. The anticipation is killing me. Oh man.
Let's see where they go with this Orb Prime.
Hopefully right down mid lane.
Looks like they're working on getting those lanes reset and slowly starting to group mid.
Jake's backing instead. What are card points wise? Jake has 9 to spend roughly, so that's good for him to back on. Valiard has sitting at almost as another 9 to spend, so those guys all need to actually go by before they can use their prime. And I think that's what they're waiting for right now, is everyone to back. But the waves are pushed, and they're not using them.
And they have OP.
And yeah, they're wasting their time on our prime right now. Kiki Ramirez in the left lane pushed very far up. No one's really there to gank on him though, so he's gonna just keep applying pressure. As it is, Shiny over the right lane. Excuse me, I'm yawning apparently. Shiny over in the right lane. Kind of farming for no reason. You can just let Muriel do that until she can join the team fight. He should be mid.
Yeah. Well, he's making his way there now.
And this could be interesting to see if Shiny walks into the wrong path. He can walk right into the enemy team. Instead, he does the smart thing and goes around. Jakesim frontlining right now as Kinky Ramirez is in the left lane. For some reason, bringing those minions way off target.
And see if we see an engage from this blue team here.
The orange team has such strong wave clear, though.
They do. They can hold this out.
Like the Bellica's drone isn't gonna be up for that long, just because like Gadget can clear it instantaneously. If it gets caught in an ultimate, there you go as well. And this could very well be the very first engage onto tower. Kinky Ramirez getting a nice rock onto the Gadget. The team will not follow up on that one, even though the Kwang Sword landed down. Kinky now going for the ultimate to heal himself up. Starting to tank tower. I don't think that's the right time to do it. So that's going to be a Rampage ult wasted. There's another really good rock right onto Shiny. And they're going to start backing off. Now, second minion wave is coming in right now. Their prime should be running out very, very soon. Team doing the best they can to clear everything out. Yet another rock. Kinky's on point with those.
He is. Landing rock after rock. The only problem is that if they go in and engage on those rock targets, they're just going to get hard CC'd.
There's your Raptors, 42 minutes into the game.
Oh my gosh.
They are doing Raptors. They don't have Prime anymore. That was a very unfortunate...
The Rampage and the Aurora both taking a Raptor. As Gar on the Sparrows sitting at 60. Jakesim sitting at 60 CP.
Gar is sitting at 51. If you're wondering what that 15-point card is, it's a 15-point Infinity Stream. So that's probably one of the reasons why Jake is blinking around so much.
Right.
So because he can afford to get his mana regen back very, very shortly after it's used.
Why walk when you can blink?
Right? Like, if I could just teleport 10 feet in front of me at all times, I wouldn't use that. That'd be very disorienting. That'd be the worst superhero power ever. You blink and end up right inside of a wall? Oh no. That would not be good. Teams are starting to go down mid once again. Give me the good stuff! I want a team fight! It's been 20 minutes of nothing!
You know, the blue team elected to give the Aurora the black buff instead of the Sparrow because the Sparrow's sitting in Viz, but I still would have liked to have seen that black buff go to that Sparrow.
I would have gone the other way around. You give the purple to Aurora.
Really?
Yeah, give purple to Aurora and then give
black
exactly.
Black
to Sparrow. Teams are doing their best to wave clear now as they don't want the towers to push up into inhibs. This is going to be, at this point, this is going to be a one and done. The next team fight wins the game, hands down. You don't need Prime for this. Death timers are so long.
Yeah, we're too far into the game for any shenanigans.
All right, bam, bam, clearing waves. Jake's sitting at 60 card points. He's still clearing out the jungle. I guess it's for the Amberlink and the rest of his team. Or boredom, mostly. It's also a good reason. They are starting to engage in the mid lane. Right, dead center. Taboo getting caught. Villiard needs to use his ultimate. He will get the kill, though. There's a Tesla Dome and the Muriel following up as well. Shiny picking the kill on the Aurora. Jakesim doing what he can to use the Neural Disruptor on Grux, but it will not be enough. He gets to walk away with a little bit of health. 1 for 1 on both teams. As, that was a very, very explosive team fight. Not a lot of payoff. Kinky Ramirez rotating around the back of the map into the jungle. He's going for the Grux. Will he land the rock? He does throw it and actually manage to hit it off real quickly. He's going to ult? What? Kinky! Why? I mean, it's up every 30 seconds.
He tried to go through the jump pad. He's too big.
Oh yeah, that's happening before. You're like, I'm gonna get you. And you just like bounce off. Oh, never mind. Never mind. No, go.
I don't know if you saw, but that Sparrow lived with like 100 health.
Oh no, I didn't see that. Shiny didn't live with 100 health though. Shiny died.
He got blown up.
He real dead. And he does. That is going to be in him 3 down. Are they going to keep on pushing? Please keep on pushing. This could be very well the end of the game if you do this. Now I wouldn't do that. That's an armored core. Valiar going in, getting a nice kill. Or getting a nice ultimate off onto the Gadget. Gadget dropping another Tesla Dome. Kinky Ramirez already having ultimate back up as Howitzer is going to use the Make It Rain to dissuade the team from engaging any further. Jake Sim now backing off. Kinky Ramirez very close to him. Kinky using the rock to hit on Taboo. I don't think he's only missed like 2 or 3 of those. Taboo blinking in. Jake blinking back will not be enough as the R2000 will close the gap and kill the Bellica. Taboo now walking it with very, very little health.
The slow from the Muriel, I think saved Taboo's life. Oh.
Right to the ball going in, using your Aurora. Kinky frigging 3-pointer.
Nope.
Landing the rock down. Aurora is going to use the ultimate, but I don't think it actually did anything super crazy. They do, however, manage to get yet another inhibitor roughly along the same push. Shiny's been dead the entire time. He's just about to come back up. There's another rock. That one's going to hit the core. Oh, Sparrow's flat out invisible on my game. That's why I can't see her. Is right. Quite literally not there.
This is game. Yep.
That's going to be game. That's going to go to Jake Sim's team. Very, very good game, guys. Appreciate it. Everyone being a part of that. Oh, man. So that
was a good game.
That was a very good game. We're going to quickly go to break. Once again, take a quick drink. And we'll get the next game of the PCL Arcade underway for you guys.